We're going to do a complete PM on this unit. The things that you would start with when you walk up on the machine is verify the serial number. Serial number on this unit is behind the key on the bottom. Walk around the machine, verify, taking pictures of the unit. Anything that jumps out at you, like a bent disc or anything that could cause more problems. Make sure everything's secure when you're checking the unit over. Level the unit out. Check the oil. When you check the oil, this is high because it's been tipped back. Don't thread it back down. Put it down on the cap, but don't screw it on. And pull it back up, and it's full. Right to the top. See the full mark right there? Some things that you need to understand about the Aztec is it's got a new sensor system for the CO2. And this is an MF5. That's one thing we need to watch because it works different than the units on the Betco. The Betco units, when there's a problem with too much carbon monoxide, the system just starts flashing, showing that the carbon monoxide is too strong. On this unit, there's actually a time limit that sets up for this one. When you first start it up and let the unit idle, the light comes on solid for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, it starts flashing. After the flashing is done, usually about a minute long, when it hits the 4th minute, the unit shuts off. That's how this new MF5 runs. And that is totally different than our counterpart, the Betco unit, the actual Optima. Back to the PM, you check your bonnets, make sure it's clear and you can see through it. Make sure it's clean. The motor requires air, and this is where it feeds from. Also, another filter is the actual carb filter, and the one on top is a pre-filter, and you got your filter underneath it. Check it, make sure it's clean, no debris, make sure it's all tight. There's a screw here on the side and one here, just a little thumb screw. Make sure it's all good and tight and present. Because just like as people breathe, too much air can be just as bad as not enough. Make sure everything's tight. Make sure your ends are good, no leaks. A lot of people have a misconception that on this propane, where it hooks up to the tank, there's supposed to be a seal on the inside of that. On the older ones, they had them. The newer ones, the seal is under it and you won't see it. So don't think that it's gonna leak. If you put this on straight and your end on the tank is actually not gash or anything, it should seal, it won't leak. To check more, the oil filter, make sure oil cap is tight. Check your seals. This is a regulator, this is your fuel regulator. This is your fuel cutoff. A lot of times when you're checking your motor and it's not running, it's not firing, the first thing I would do is check the battery, make sure you got enough voltage. You got to be at least 12 volts for the fuel cutoff to open. If there's not 12 volts, when the engine's being turned over, the regulator, the fuel cutoff will not open. You're not going to get fuel. The unit's not going to run. So check your voltage. If you got good voltage, check your fuel cutoff. Make sure you have power going to your fuel cutoff. The next part of the PM, which is required, we're actually going to do a compression test.